Hello everybody, Sean here, and we're looking at the Lost Bastille bosses, the Ruin Sentinels. And if you're having trouble with them, which you might be, because for the early game bosses, Dark Souls 2, they are one of the harder ones, I highly suggest you do what you're seeing on screen, which is become a human and summon this Phantom. This Phantom is a mage and an extremely powerful one, and is probably one of the more useful Phantoms in the entire game. I really can't even stress how amazingly powerful this Phantom is going to be. But anyways, going into the fight, before actually a pro tip just in general, just any boss fight, don't summon the Phantoms on the first try. If you're going into a boss fight and you happen to be a human and this happens to be your first try, don't summon the Phantoms. It's better off to die a couple times, even though you might waste your humanity. It's better off to die a couple times and get used to the boss fight first, instead of summoning the Phantoms and wasting them because you didn't know the attack patterns of the boss. The one exception, of course, is if you have watched all these videos and read all the articles so that you already know what to expect. But anyways, the fight itself, when you come in, you'll kind of drop down and this guy will get the jump on you, so make sure you're quick to look to your left and get out of this guy's way. A few seconds later, your Phantom friend will follow you in, and ideally what you want to do is stay on the top platform, hammer away at this one guy, then jump down when he dies and deal with his two friends. What you do not want to do is stand on the edge of the platform like yours truly did and get knocked off, and have to deal with him by yourself while your mage friend shoots at him and just uselessly blasts the floor with magic. If you do happen to fall down, try to keep him in this corner. I don't know what would happen if you pulled him into the center of the room, but there could very well be a trigger that will activate the other two sentinels. Normally, the other two sentinels will remain inactive throughout the fight until you kill the first one, but if you get too close to them, they may activate, and then you would just have a lot of extra trouble on your hands. Once the first one goes down, you will have the other two start coming at you, and what you want to do at this point is get them so that they follow you around. You're going to kite them around. So if you're a MMO player, you've definitely heard the term kiting before. And you're going to kite them around the arena, having them follow you with your shield up so that you absorb any blows that they might actually land on you, while your mage friend just blasts them with soul arrow magic, and you can see it does tons of damage. He has a weaker one, which you just saw, but when he shoots that big one, that is some prime damage he's doing. And you're just going to want to lead them around. Now, what you don't want to do is what you see me do right here, is by shifting the vision of the Sentinels so that they looked at the Phantom, and because the Phantom also happened to be closer, they shifted priority from myself to the Phantom, and they go to town on the poor guy, and he's not really even able to sling too many spells because he's constantly on the ground. And because he got knocked into a corner, which was even worse, there's no real way for my character to get in there and help out. So you do want to avoid that. If you're kiting the Sentinels around, try to make sure that you keep their back to the mage at all times. That way they don't turn and start pummeling him into the ground. If this should happen, however, take the opportunity to deal as much damage as you can. It is risky to get in close because they do have a lot of sweeping attacks. You might get caught off guard, so try to use ranged. If you are a mage, or even if you prefer using bows, you should have a pretty easy time on this fight. Even if the Phantom is dead, these guys do have a couple gap closers like that attack you just saw, but in general, their attacks are so slow that you can cast spells pretty easily, especially when there's only one of them left. Otherwise, hopefully you're able to kill all of them before your Phantom dies. If not, at least hopefully you can get down two like you saw me do, and then you can just fight the last one by yourself. Should not have any issues. They are very, very weak to lightning, kind of weak to normal magic, and then everything else is just whatever. It's just going to do normal damage. But anyways, I hope this helps you out. I thank you for watching, and we will see everyone next time.